All right, I want to make a response to Enigma Seeker's video about the video that I made saying that Alita is Lucifer. Now, I think what I want to do is show an analogy because, like everything, there's more than one interpretation to things, and and especially with movies and basically any form of art, there's always more than one interpretation. So I can never I can never insist that there's only one interpretation of things. But there is such a thing as a Luciferian archetype. And looking at it objectively, at least in my opinion, it's objectively true that Alita fits into the Luciferian archetype. Another character from mythology that fits into that same archetype is Prometheus. And from the normal, usual perspective, Prometheus was a benevolent character. But like I said, this is all going to come down to perspective. And let's just say first of all, that I do have some things that I believe are also I'm going to get into objectively true about what I believe is the symbolism also in the movie. But that's coming later. Right now, I just want to try to describe this analogy to you. So let's say we have a coin, right? And we have people who are on, no, not even a coin. Let's say a wall, all right? So we have people on either side of this wall. And on one side of the wall is painted white, and the other side of the wall is painted black. Now, on the side of the wall that's painted black, the whole, let's just say, is a room. That whole room over there is painted white, except for that one wall. That one wall is painted black, and on the other side of that wall, the entire room is painted black, and only that one side of the wall is painted white. So you have people on one side of the wall saying that the wall is black and the world is white, and the people on the other side of the wall saying that the world is black and the wall is white. Now, one person says, "No, you're wrong. The wall isn't white. The wall is black. I'm looking at it." But he's actually looking at it from his perspective, and he's saying that the other person can't be right because the wall, as he sees it, is black. Now, what I'm saying is that he says this wall can't possibly be the same wall because it's black and not white. But it is the same wall. It just depends on your perspective. It depends on which side of the wall that you're on. So, of course, me and Enigma Seeker are spiritually on different sides of that wall. He sees things one way, I see it a different way. And so while he sees the wall is white on his side, I see the wall is black. But so if I say that the character Alita is Luciferian, that is still true because there's more than one way of looking at Lucifer. There's not just one way of looking at it. So this is where I think our fundamental disagreement is coming in at. So from my perspective as a Christian, the character of or the Luciferian archetype, of course, doesn't have a positive connotation to it. But from like Enigma Seeker's perspective, it's not an evil thing. So, but me saying that Alita is Lucifer is not saying that she's evil in the movie. I'm not saying that she's evil, but I'm saying she has that Luciferian archetype. And if you're of my faith, then you probably look at that as a negative thing. That can't be helped. You know, you can't just say it's not true because some people see it as a negative thing. It doesn't change whether or not it's actually true or not. You may disagree with it, but it doesn't actually mean that it's not true. because like I said, it just has two sides to it. It just depends on where your perspective is. And so there are some things that are also objectively true about Alita that you could say confirm her status, or not. I don't know if that's the right word, but that fits her into the Luciferian archetype. And these are some things that Enigma Seeker himself pointed out. He pointed out that Alita was a Christ-like figure. So once again, on his perspective, the wall is white. A Christ-like figure, a light bearer, a light bringer, someone who is like Prometheus, someone who challenges the higher power and brings fire down from the gods and gives it to man. He's a benevolent character. So that same thing can be true about Alita. And as he pointed out, that there was a comic in which Alita had a manga, where she was in the what you call the Christ pose with both of her arms extended outward, and underneath her where the was the title Judgment Day. So yeah, the comparisons to Christ are there, but see, once again, you have to understand that some people see Lucifer as a Christ type of character, and some people have even tried to claim that Jesus Christ is actually Lucifer. That people say that, so that doesn't disprove my point of view on the symbolism that is possibly in the movie Alita Battle Angel. Now, having said all that, the movie, of course, the character is not evil in the movie, and even if she was, that wouldn't determine whether the movie was good or bad. The symbolism that I may be able to see, of course, varies from somebody else, but the symbolism itself doesn't actually make a movie good or bad. It just means that there are layers and layers upon things that people may see and people may feel different ways about. But the symbolism itself doesn't actually make something good or bad. So I don't know if he gets what I'm trying to say or not, but I also made a connection between Alita and Sophia, since I and since we know that Japanese artists and creators are they have a fascination with Gnosticism, Western religions, and as he pointed out in Evangelion, there is Gnosticism in that, and when these Gnostic in these Gnostic worldviews, you have a godlike figure who is the adversary, and that adversary, another word for adversary, is Satan. So you would see the godlike figure in a Gnostic perspective as the actual enemy, not the person who was fighting against that godlike figure. And the person who was fighting against that godlike figure would be the Luciferian archetype. Once again, like Prometheus. So once again, that's not me saying that Lucifer in this context is actually meant to be an evil character. You know, but I don't know. I guess that's about it. I can't really explain it any better than that, I guess. So if he has any more questions, I would rather not make videos at each other about it. I would rather actually discuss it in the comment section or whatever. But go ahead and respond to this any way you want to, I guess. All right, thanks.